the face-off. And Grayson takes and turns the face-off to Fadley around the near side. Zeiler's going to be defending to your right, and we're going to be attacking to your left on video. Long Pullman trying to work Fadley, and he's trying to get in to the inside. Back behind the net to Hardikoff. Back to Fadley. We're going to have Jansen out there as one of the middies. Grayson's the other midi. Looks like our attackers are going to stay with Fadley, Hardikoff, and Bardo that were very successful these past couple of games. Fadley's taking it high, and this is going to be 2 halves rather than quarters. So time's running. Fadley looks long, sends it. It's going to be over the end line with Hardikoff in pursuit, but it's going to be Alpha ball. Alpha sends to their goalie. And they cross the middle, but they don't make the connection. That's Trice Fox with one of the long poles. Florer is one of the other defenders. And Connor O'Toole is one of the other defenders out for now. Long throw for Balin, and he's turning in a corner on his defender. Back to Hardikoff. He's trying to turn the corner to shove one in past their goalie. And their goalie makes the stop. He flips it long and over. So there was a whistle, but it was from the other field, so apparently a very loud ref, and that confused some of the players. Alpha trying to control out. Tig in pursuit. Jackson Summerall's in as a midi. It's still the defenders of Everett Florer, O'Toole. I believe that's Trice Fox. Errant pass by Alpha, and Hayden Clonglin playing in his 400th game this weekend. Apparently he played several at the same time, and he's back for more today. And Alpha trying to wade through. He circles a couple defenders and gets one past. So it's 0-1. Alpha strikes first. Tig had not been overly happy with the game yesterday. Don't want to get too into the commentary. I apologize. Jackson Summerall, Grayson, and I'll try and get you your other midi when I get a number. Maybe that's Merritt Miners. Thank you. Jackson trying to move it forward. And Grayson comes up with after it gets loose. He's trying to get clear around the far side. Flips it back behind to Hardikoff, who he sees a turn. He dumps his defender and makes the corner. Woo! Very nice. He saw his spot and turned the corner, took his shot. That's what our attack has been able to do, is keep working it around until someone sees a slot and makes them pay. So with just under 16, it's 1-1. Jackson Summerall here on the near midi. We're going to run a long pole on the far mid. Grayson fighting for it. Jackson Summerall with a beautiful defense. Hits that long pole midi and takes the ball from him. He's moving up, tries to work on his defender, who's keeping him close. And we're waiting to set up. Coming onto the field's Hudson McVeigh is far. And it goes wide and out of bounds. Looks like McVeigh, previously referred to as California with the shiny red helmet, stands out. Bardo and Hardikoff fighting. They're at end, our attack. Hardikoff sees Fadley, just can't quite connect. And their defense is going to pick it back up. And with Fadley taking it right back. Merritt Miners, long pole midi fighting. They flip it to their goalie, and they're looking way upfield. He sends it. Their midi can't, and McVeigh picks it up. And he's going to slow down for a moment. Sams is back in. McVeigh to Sams. Sams. Ben Hardikoff worked his way loose. Hardikoff with a great positioning coming in from behind the net. Wide open for the pass, collects and puts it in the net. That's 2-1. So we're going to keep Sams as one of your middies. I believe that's going to be Chance Lauren taking the face off. And we're staying with a long pole midi. Chance fighting for it, comes up with it and gets into three defenders. A fourth defender bodies him, and Alpha gets the ball. Tig intercepts a pass, and he's headed upfield with speed. He tries the same for Hardikoff, but sends it too hard. Really, really wanted it and let go of it a little too hard for Hardikoff to collect, but Hardikoff was in the right position yet again. Their goalie's going to send it up. And it's loose, but into our end, where Chance is trying to defend. Connor O'Toole on the defense. He's works in his way through two attackers. And again with the whistles that are very close to ours. And then Connor looked around thinking it was on him, but it's not. That is a good rugby scrum with a whole lot of raking going on. And Alpha comes up with it. And again, we're confused by the errant whistle. Alpha tries to turn around. Zeiler with a block with his stick. And the ref calls a crease violation. Zeiler sends it just over top of Merritt Miners. And Alpha comes up with it and turns around the other way. And Balin with a great defense caught the guy striding into the clear thinking he was done. Grayson brings it upfield and into their attack. We've got Hudson McVeigh has come on. I believe that Jacob Jansen's going to be your other midi. Ryan Fadley working, and they've sent out an extra defender on him because they've seen it a couple of times with him making his moves. It's on the ground and looks like Alpha's going to come up with it, and they flip it back to their goalie. They try flipping it short. Bardo trying to keep him honest. They go midfield with McVeigh on him. And McVeigh forces a drop ball, scoops it up, and he's going the other way. And then he gets caught from behind by a defender, and Alpha turns it around. Alpha's coming with numbers. He fires a long shot, and there's no way that's getting past Zeiler. Zeiler sends it long for Fadley, who can't outstep. It's still on the ground. And Ben Hardikoff is going to pick it up. Their defense was able to get in the way of Hardikoff's shot, but Bardo picks it up on the far side. And he's going to look for some opening. Looks like Kale is in. Hudson in. Hayden Klonglin in yet again. Beyond Iron Man. Up top is Kale. And he's getting, Hayden gets beat up by a long pole, and Alpha turns around and sends it up. Even numbers coming in on the attack. But Chad Fox is able to keep him boxed outside. He's going to try and come in. Everett Florer on the defense. Hudson, Connor O'Toole's in. And they send Everett's able to read that screen and get around, get that long pole in the way, so keep them out of the perimeter. This is O'Toole on defense, trying to keep him from turning in the corner, and Alpha's just trying to work.
Good defense, boys. Keep it up.
They're able to get around the bend, but Hudson McVeigh is able to step in to the way. Alpha picks up the errant shot. And they send it up top, and he tries reading through. Kick save by Zeiler with his looking like a hockey goalie. Kick save up into his net. Zeiler going upfield. Sees Everett Florer. Ev sees it, pops it over the head of Fadley, who gets it on the run. Far side to Bardos. Fadley read that beautifully, seeing that they were going to collapse on him, and saw an outlet with Bardo on the far side. 3-1 with, I believe that's 8.5 left in the first half. All right, so our middies are going to be Jackson Summerall directly in front of us. We're going to stay with Grayson taking the face-off. And I believe that's Merritt Minor's long pole midi, the far side. Your attack's going to stay the same successful trio. Merritt Minors and Jackson combined to take Jackson Summerall, Hardikoff, Fadley tries crossing through traffic, and Alpha picks it up, but he's got Bardo on him. And Jackson Summerall on the defense forces a drop, and he collects it. He takes a swat for his efforts. He tries looking inside for Hardikoff, but can't connect. This is just us. Up top for Jackson Summerall, an admiring fan of our camera person risking life and limb up on the ladder again today since we don't have the bleachers. Jackson Summerall still trying to work it in, carrying a couple of defenders. He tries to get it to Hardikoff but can't connect. And they try to flip it back to their goalie, but it's going to be end line with Balin fighting for it. He butts aside and gets the ball. Still on the attack, it's your Yeti. I believe. And Jansen's going to get called for a moving screen even though he was half the size. Apparently he got moved, and that called a moving screen, which will result in an alpha ball. 6:12 left here in first. Jackson Summerall tracking down the ball as it crosses center. Merritt Minor trying to cover. We've had excellent defense so far of keeping Alpha from penetrating. But they saw somebody in close, and Zeiler reads the bouncing ball and sends it. Zeiler to Everett. Everett goes over the top of the head of Ryan Fadley, who tries to scoop it up, but it's going to be Alpha ball. Alpha flips it to their goaltender. Balin tries to interfere with that, but Alpha's able to get it upfield and turn it around. Sams is in. And I believe that's going to be Trice Fox is in. Floor and Sam's try and stop, but they're able to get it to point blank, and it looks like Alpha's able to get a goal. They just kept forcing it in. 3-2 with 4:45 left here in the first. So we're going to stay with Sam's as a midi. Looks like Merritt Minor is a midi, and Grayson is going to take the face-off. Your defenders are going to stay with Florer. Looks like a Fox back there. Grayson drives off the face-off, takes it, and he's headed in. But their defender gets in the way of a pass. Grayson's going to get the loose ball and try and turn the corner. And I think the ref's going to call that a push. And Grayson's going to take it on the whistle. He fires it to Bardo, and it's on the ground. Defender takes him in the mask with a stick, but and Alpha's able to get it and turn it around. And they send it long and able to connect on a long pass with Sam's in pursuit. McVeigh comes in. Long shot by Alpha, of course collected by Zeiler. Zeiler heads upfield and finds Hudson.
Go, Hudson.
Hudson's coming up.
Gotta get a touch. Get a touch.
He gets it to Bardo, who's trying to get in, and he gets mugged. So Bardo getting wrapped up in a long pole, which it comes loose, and Alpha collects. They flip it to their goaltender. And they're going to bring it up the near side. Hardikoff coming for defense. And they're able to get it, just keep it in bounds. Ev, good body. Sam's takes over. And Alpha's trying to work it around the perimeter. Hudson McVeigh on the defense. Zeiler calling for a defender to come back, and Everett hears him and covers the open man. Could have been trouble, but was not, because Zeiler's running his quarterbacking. Trice Fox with a long pole trying to keep this Alpha shooter contained. Zeiler's able to kick save away one from an open Alpha player. Zeiler doing Zeiler things, as he has both these seasons. But Alpha retains, and they're going to be on the attack again, trying to get through Merritt Minor. They work it back. Tig, that's your guy. Hudson McVeigh trying to play cover and forces a bad pass that's going to be far on the side with a Fox in pursuit. And forcing a bad pass, Merritt able to push him away. Hudson McVeigh, defense, but Alpha's able to collect and coming through hard. But Tig is after him. And there's a flag. And since play hasn't stopped, it must be on us. And they're going to get... And this defense stiffens up with Hudson McVeigh. Several others. Everett Flores in there. Hudson covers up.
Good defense, Ice.
And there's going to be the penalty. And it looks like they're going to have Chad Fox take a knee. And that looks like it's going to be half. So 3-2 at the half. Your Yetis are winning. This is the way the game yesterday finished up, with a very tight game. Alpha trying to work it around the perimeter and our defense standing strong. And us being able to occasionally split their defense to get close range shots. Tigett said this was a very physical team, for lack of a better term that I little bit of haze keeping the sun off, and a little bit of breeze, but I still would not want to be out there running around. So you're going to have about 2 minutes of halftime of me just making noises, and then we'll be back to play for the second half of this, the first round of the bracket, the tournament, second day tournament. Yesterday we went 2-1, lost our first game, and then dominated in the second game, and then beat this Alpha team by a goal yesterday in a game that went right down to the wire. There was a Ty picked up 2 penalties, and he hasn't had many all season. He said even the coaches were amused by the penalties, but when one of the penalties was called and Alpha was able to capitalize. That's what happens when you get a penalty and you're a man down. So for the second half, we're going to switch ends. So Zyler will be defending to your left, and we will be scoring to your right. We'll be staying with Grayson taking the face-offs. So he's been very successful today with the drive and take. Waiting for, we're going to have somebody on the knee for, are we still short, down, we're down somebody? We don't have we don't have two middies. Who's the other mid? Oh, there. Sorry, lost Mr. O'Toole there. Nope. So we're going to wait for the penalty to elapse. Alpha gets it, and they're going to try and turn it in. We have Merritt Miners in. Your defense is Wyatt Brown, Everett Florer. Good solid defense, and Grayson's trying to pick it up versus 2 now. Alpha's able to collect, and they're going to reset. All right, so missed shot or blocked, deflected shot. Zyler sends it long for Sams, but it gets loose. And Cale Christensen's able to collect between 2 Alpha defenders, but it hits the ground. Cale on the attack. Looks like Fadley on the attack.
Perfect.
Connor O'Toole picks it up, sends it forward to Fadley. It's the Fadley, Hardikoff, Christensen. Jackson Summerall tries a shot. It gets knocked down, but Ben Hardikoff is there for the rebound, scoop, and score. Hardikoff. 4-2. with 18 minutes left here in this second half. I'm not sure how the audio is picking up, but we can hear the whistles and the horns from the other games, which has been confusing in the first half as our players would hear the whistle and stop. So that penalty is elapsed. Everett's off. We're going to be Merritt Miners as a long pole defender. He'd been switching between half and that. Wyatt Brown is one of your defenders. Jackson Summerall is a midi, along with Chance Lauren. Connor O'Toole is your. So trying to keep their shooter out, and they're able to pick it on the end line. So a great play by our defense, finally collapsing, helping Zeiler out. Alpha working the perimeter. We force a bad pass. It's on the ground, but Alpha picks it up. Connor O'Toole out there. Jackson Summerall forcing them to stay way out on the perimeter and respect speed. I believe that's Chad Fox in. Alpha's got it back in behind the net. And they're trying to spring somebody free.
Watch 55.
Jackson Summerall on the defense. Wyatt Brown comes out for him. Alpha's forced to work it around the perimeter, just keep working the seam with our defense.
Let's move, Alpha.
Alpha player comes at speed trying to beat Jackson Summerall, and it's handed off to Wyatt Brown. Alpha player shoots from way out, and it's a miss. The defense is forcing them to the outside. Alpha's going to bring it in over the end line and try and get something going here. He tries turning the corner on Merritt, and he's able to sneak one past Zeiler. So 4-3 with 15 and a half left in this second half. Sams is going to come in as a midfielder. I believe that's going to be Grayson on the face-off. And I'll try and sort out who your far midi is. So Alpha's forcing it forward, and they force a turnover in close. And there's a lot of pushing going on, but Alpha comes up with it. And that was it looked like there was trying to ankle pick, but I'm not sure. Merritt Miners on the defense. Alpha tries screening him. Their errant pass it's loose. Grayson picks up a stray, and he's coming with speed down the near side, and he fires one that bounces up and frames off.
Keep on him, Kale.
And Kale. Oh, another shot by Grayson. Can't finish the deal, and their goalie collects a bouncing ball. They fire it forward and misses with Hudson McVeigh in pursuit, who forces a bad pass, but they're able to hang on to it. And with a lot of assistance, so that's 2-on-1 against Merritt, but he's still fighting for it. And Wyatt Brown comes in. All right, so was that the ref's indicating it's Alpha ball. Again, the whistles from the nearby fields are a little confusing. So Alpha's going to work the perimeter again. He's trying to turn the corner on Wyatt. He comes in close, and he's able to get Zeiler. He was able to, the Alpha player able to slip his defender and come in for point blank, and it is tied 4-4 with just under 13 minutes left. Tig's going to stay in as a midfielder. We've got Merritt Miners as one of our defenders. We're going to keep Wyatt Brown.
Come on, Chance!
Chance is going to take the face off, and I'm trying to figure out who the other midi is. There's some drive. And Alpha is able to pick it up. And they advance, and Tig with a defensive play. He adjusts his helmet on the way.
That Wolf ain't catching him.
Oh, Tig to Ben Hardikoff, and Hardikoff, their goaltender, is able to stop it. Collects the down ball with Ryan Fadley, and their goalie steps forward looking for a long connection that Jackson Summerall is able to break up. And Jackson Summerall scoops. That was tightly defended, taking a beating. We're 5-4 with just under 11 left in the second half. Jackson Summerall made that happen with his defense and pickup on the far side. Grayson's going to take. Jackson's going to be near midi. Grayson's going to take the face off. Your attack is going to be Hardikoff, Fadley, Bardo. I'll get your defenders here in just a moment. And there's some grind. Grayson comes up with it when it confused everybody, to include an Alpha player that thought he had it. But it's picked off. Pursuit. Able to make forces an errant pass. And so the ball got loose on Zeiler, and Chad Fox and others were able to get their bodies in the way to keep an open goal from being scored, but Alpha gets the ball to the end line. And they're going to try and turn, and they fire. That was Everett Florer keeping him from being able to set up. Trice Fox out with a long pole. Jackson Summerall still out there. Alpha trying to work around. He comes in for a close shot, and it's sticked away by Zeiler, but couldn't contain it. Alpha retains the ball, and they're going to try working around the far side again. Trice Fox with a long pole. Grayson forces a dropped ball. And Everett Florer flips it forward, but couldn't connect. And Alpha's going to get it but they're going to have to turn it on their side. Balin Balin and Hardikoff keeping their defender from being able to get free. Alpha's able to get it up into the attack zone. Jackson Summerall's out there. McVeigh is out. Connor O'Toole is out as a midi. Hudson McVeigh with a tight defense, keeping Alpha from getting the passing that they want. It's on the ground, but recovered by Alpha. Chad Fox able to keep them. This is Connor O'Toole, long stick defense, keeping them far to the outside as they wait to set up, looking for something to develop. But he's going to turn the corner, and Summerall picks him up. There's a bouncing shot that goes wide, but Alpha's able to retain it. Ev Florer forces a bad shot. Zeiler collects and picks it up, tries to get it to Jackson Summerall, but isn't able to get it to him.
Good job, Chad. Run it, Chad.
And the ref's going to call a push on us. So it's going to be back to Alpha's ball on our end, or our defending end. So Alpha's going to stay on the attack. Connor O'Toole, Merritt, Jackson Summerall, Chad Fox. And Jackson Summerall trying to cover a player that was going to sneak free, but was able to get to it. Hudson McVeigh. Merritt Miners out. Trying to. And Merritt forces a downed ball. Jackson Summerall fighting for it. He's run. Jackson Summerall in the crowd of 3 Alpha players. And Merritt Miners is able to pop it up for Jackson Summerall, but Alpha's able to put it back on the ground and recover. Alpha players coming in trying to find a seam, and if O'Toole was able to force that drop and picked up by Zeiler. Zeiler looking way long for a wide open Bardo, who's one-on-one against their goalie. And their goalie's able to save it. Bardo brings it back in for Sams, who can't put it in. Alpha coming forward, gets it across half. Alpha's trying to come with numbers and tries to turn. And they're able to get a shot off. And it's going to be tied back up at 5 with 5:40 left here in the second half. So your attack's going to say Fadley, Bardo, Hardikoff. Sams is going to be a midi. Grayson's going to be taking your face off.
Come on, Grayson! Go, Levi!
Fox, Florer, not sure who the other defender is. Alpha trying to rake it away, and it's still on the ground. And that's Cade Anderson is a long pole midi. And they're trying to find a seam. They've got a guy sidearm, and he's able to go over the top of Zeiler. So that puts Alpha up 6-5 with 4:30 left. So Grayson's out for the face-off. Sams is going to stay in as a midi. Now it's Hayden Klungman coming in for. He really wants to, no matter how many games he's played this weekend. All right, so there's the drive. Grayson tries to get it. 3 Alpha players crowd through. And there's timeout, Alpha. It's 6-5, and the clock runs on a timeout. So we're going to be at 3 minutes probably by the time this is over with Alpha leading 6-5. Zeiler's been as good as he's ever been. Alpha just works it around the outside until they can slip somebody in the seam, and the scoreboard shows they're up 6-5. 3 minutes, under 3 minutes left.
Come on, Ice! You guys got it! Finish!
All right, so your attackers are going to stay Bardo, Hardikoff, Fadley on your right of your screen. Zeiler's going to be defending the goal on your left. We're now at 2.5 minutes left. Sams is in. Merritt Miners. Oh, nope. Connor O'Toole is in. Hudson McVeigh is in defending.
Good on him, Hudson.
Hudson, tight defense, trying to get that ball so we can get it go in the correct direction. Alpha fires a pass. Everett Florer on the defense. Trice Fox in pursuit. Everett Florer on the defense. And we need to get that ball.
Come on. There, get him. Get him out of the box.
Again with the whistle, the ref's got his hand up. And Alpha's able to.
Get it, Connor, get it.
A minute and a half, under a minute and a half, and it's white ball. And we're moving forward. Connor O'Toole takes a shot after he gets rid of the ball and has a few words, but nothing. Just more of a shock surprise, no profanity. Jackson Summerall with it out up at the top. Jackson Summerall trying to turn on his guy. He flips it in, and it's getting loose, but Ben Hardikoff is there and loses his stick. It keeps popping up, and we're getting it loose, but it looks like Bardo trying to get in there. Jackson Summerall. Jackson Summerall still fighting for it, and Alpha comes up with it with 38 seconds left.
Get him, Chad. Push him. Come on, D.
Under 30 with them, up 6-5. This is everything or nothing. Chad Fox out on the defense. Alpha working it around. Everett Florer in pursuit.
Get him, Everett. Push him out.
Merritt Miners in pursuit. It's flipped loose, but we are at 10 seconds. We're under 10 seconds, and I believe the pileup is going to end this. And Alpha advances. Hard-fought game, 6-5, Alpha.
Commentary.